Hello everyone, today we are back for another video and this time is going to be about the customizable leaders and hunters. So let's get started. We're going to start with the customizable leaders stats. So even their common stats. So both of them will have 5 health, courage of 2, surging to hit, red save and speed 3. However, only the leader surges to block. If you want your hunter to surge to block as well, you need to spend 10 points to give him surge to block. The leader will have 2 black dice, 2 white dice, pierce 1 into melee, which is quite interesting. I think it's a pretty nice weapon. It's like, if your opponent wants to block you into melee, you can still get a few cheap damages, I guess. And 2 red, 2 white at range 2, which is not bad, also not really great or even good, because it's the damages that Rookcast deals as an upgrade. Maybe not amazing, but why not? Honestly, pretty interesting. You're going to get Gen 2, which is really cool because with speed 3 it makes you very fast. You're going to be forced to equip a weapon and a doctrine, and we'll talk about this very soon. And both of them will have impervious, obviously, an amazing Mandalorian keyword that all Mandalorians have, and a few other units in the game, or almost all Mandalorians, that downgrade Pierce by 1, which means like all lethal 1, Pierce 1 stuff will not impact you at all, and Pierce 2 will be still annoying but not that much. So it is really a very valuable keyword. And finally, the hunter will be a mercenary for the Empire, Rebels, Separatists or Republic, so basically a mercenary for anybody. And the leader will have retinue Mandalorian warriors, which means if he starts at the beginning of a round, if he's at range 2 of an allied unit, he will simply gain a name or a dodge, and you can choose that is really retinue, ejaculation fire. So it's really cool. It's basically 3 tokens if you're near warriors, and you will most of the time want to be near warriors. So I think, it's really fun. Really fun. In terms of points, the hunter costs 75 points, which I think is really okay, and the leader costs 90 points, which is once again okay, I think. The great thing is you don't have to give them too many upgrades, like you can keep them around below 120, which is okay. They are still a little bit expensive, obviously, because they are Mandalorian and they have red save, surging to block and speed 3, so that's a little bit unfortunate. The thing is, if you get unlucky, you might really lose the game just because you don't get good saves and they don't have lots of health, so they die very easily. But otherwise, it will be, I think the cost in terms of points is really okay. So let's talk about these doctrines. They have 2 doctrines in common. We'll start with those 2 doctrines. The first one being Deadeye. Deadeye gives target 1 and sharpshooter 1 to your leader or hunter. It can be given, all these doctrine upgrades can be used only one. Pretty nice, I think. It's a pretty cool upgrade. If you give an order to the unit that has this, it gains a name, so that is really free and nice. And then it's also quite good if you want to go for a range build, because there are a few 3 weapons that are range weapons that can be pretty interesting if you want to run a very cheap unit. And with Deadeye, you get to run it with some little bonuses, because sharpshooter reduces your opponent's cover. So really cool. I think it is a nice bonus, especially on the hunter, because the leader already has 3 tokens. Maybe a little more on the hunter, because that way you can run kind of a cheap range unit with just what the unit will need to shoot at range. And another one that they have in common is Battle Master. So you get Death from Above, which is pretty nice as well. Once more, if you want to get this range build on your hunter or leader. And then you get pretty interesting bonus is whenever you would remove, discard an equipment weapon, so it is kind of weird because you cannot discard weapons, but whatsoever. Or an upgrade, or a grenade, sorry, so the rocket. And on the equipment, it would be the flamethrower or the whip launcher. Well, then you can just flip this card instead, like exhaust it instead. What I think about it is, well, this from was really pretty nice. It is cool, it is really a cool ability. However, you don't get anything to make recover actions, so it is a little less interesting. But it can be interesting to get like double rockets on somebody if you're playing with the customizable clans and if you use the bonus tools of the trade. And we'll talk about all those bonuses in a video we'll make pretty soon. I think maybe our next video, maybe just after. So if you take this, then you get like 3 rockets, and then there's this guy that can shoot twice, so you could get 4 rockets in total. So there might be some interesting bonuses to get with it. Flamethrower would be nice, like if you run him with just Battle Master, and then the range gun, and then a flamethrower. It can be pretty nice as well, like he's just going to have a small gun at range, because why not? And then he's speed 3, so he can get close to his opponent, and then he will just throw his flamethrower with suppressive blast and some quite good damages. We've already spoken about those flamethrowers in a previous video, so you can check it out at any moment. So yeah, it's once again pretty interesting. Moving on to War Party Leader. It is only the leaders that can take it, and it's really, really good, and I think you will almost always want to have, if you're running customizable clans, I think you will always want to have a War Party Leader in your army. And even if you're not, if you're playing Children of the Watch, or if you're playing with Rokas, they give pretty interesting bonuses that synergize as well with some units in the Mandalorian faction. So they're really interesting as well in any faction, because just as a reminder, you can give them affiliation upgrades just over there. So War Party Leader costs only 5 points, which is great. And then your unit increases its courage by 1 and gains direct Mercenary Trooper as well as Inspire 1, which is really cool because first of all, Inspire 1 allows you to deal with suppressions pretty well. Courage 3 allows you to once again deal with suppression and being panicked pretty well, and this unit gains direct Mercenary Trooper, which is so nice because you give a free order, or which means order control, which is something Mandalorians don't have easily. And then if you have some units that have coordinates, then you can get even better order control. Or with Children of the Watch, you can get plenty of free tokens everywhere, so that is pretty interesting. Like, even really, really interesting. The whole upgrade is really, really interesting. And the Hunter's unique one is as well very interesting. Guild member. This unit gains bounty. So bounty is you will choose a unit, an enemy unit that will get a bounty token, and if a unit with the bounty keyword kills a unit with a bounty token, you just get a victory point. Really nice. And then when you attack a unit that has 1 or more bounty tokens, you gain a name. If you defend against a unit that has 1 or more bounty tokens, you gain a dodge. And that is so amazing, because there is a weapon that gives you duels, which means whenever your opponent attacks you, even if he's Anakin Skywalker with Pierce 3, that would be Pierce 2 thanks to Impervious, you get a free dodge. And then you spend it. Skywalker has 5 dices, which means you reduce it to 4 dices, or 5 if he has tenacity, just with a dodge. And then you gain immune Pierce. And if you're melee with, for example, a commander or somebody that doesn't have immune Pierce, to whom you gave bounty, you can get to Pierce 2 thanks to Duelist, so it synergizes amazingly well with the Vibro Sword, and you might want to play it really often with the Vibro Sword, or if you're really aiming to get that bounty, and to get like the victory point from that bounty, then it can be also nice with the Sniper, why not? No, I think most of the time you want to give it with the Vibro Blade, which is one of the best weapons. So yes, this one is really amazing, really helpful in lots of situations to deal with lightsaber guys that have PS2, PS3, and that is often something we struggle to deal with mandalorians. So weapons. We're gonna start by the base one, 4 black dices, average 3. Very simple. So honestly, unfortunately, very not great. Extremely cheap unit. It's like an average 2 hits and a half, 80 points only. Or maybe you wanna run a hunter with the combo flamethrower and the battlemaster. You can get a guy that costs 88 points. So it's quite cheap. It's cheaper than leader without any upgrade, so it's quite cheap. And you can do some more, so that is I think the only way you want to play this carbine. So maybe not the best one. Then you have for 5 points more a red and 3 black dice. Unfortunately this is 5 points. It's going to get to 3 hits and average, while the other one gave 2 hits and a half, so it's not much better. But you have over, which is nice. And if you're playing like plenty of carbines for all your warriors in a customizable clan maybe, and you're playing lots of fire supports with already overwhelmed, and you're running a full overwhelmed army, maybe it's good. Otherwise I'm not sure you want to use it a lot, but it can be good with I think Deadeye to get well, first of all, sharpshooter 1 and target 1 to trigger your overwhelm. So we continue with the sniper rifle. 5 points. Gives you sharpshooter 1, and the great thing is if you combine it to the other upgrade that gives you sharpshooter 1, which means Deadeye, you remove every cover from your target. Very nice. And then a red, black, and a white high velocity PS1. High velocity means no dodges and no deflect keyword, which is amazing. And then red 5, which is once again really great. And red, a white, and black isn't that bad, I think. It's like 2 hits and a break. But PS1 removes cover and dodges if you took Deadeye. And if you took Deadeye, you get to reroll something. So maybe if you're lucky, you get to 3. And 3 PS1 is pretty good. I think it can be used again like to just snipe out some units. I am personally I don't love like that much those things of snipers. But if you're running a hunter that costs only 85 points, why not? I mean, it's a really good sniper with 85 points only, and can allow you to remove some of your opponent's most precious units. However, I kind of feel like because of backup, it isn't that useful, but it is still pretty impressive and can be pretty good, really pretty good. Really good, in fact. I mean, yes, I think it can be good, but I don't love it. I don't really like it even. So dual armament, which apparently is the most popular upgrade for this for some reason. So you can charge and gunslinger and high velocity PS1 3 black dice, 3 white dice, which means pretty good damages into melee. Yes, honest, quite good, not amazing, but yes, quite good. It's going to be an average 3 hits and a half. Which isn't bad. No, it isn't bad. Charge is great because P3 charge isn't really devastating. High velocity is once again pretty good. With PS1, it is great because your opponent doesn't have any dodges. So, on a bunch of situations, it can be honestly pretty nice. And then the last thing that is really cool is Gunslinger, because you get to shoot twice at range, but against 2 different enemy units. I think for the same cost in terms of points, Vibro Sword does a lot more, but I think to me it is an upgrade that is just under the Vibro Sword because it is really nice. It allows you to shoot twice with an average 2 hits and a half, or 2 hits and a half is obviously pretty good. You can get like 2 and 3 on different guys at range too, so pretty nice. I think it fits well with the bonuses your units will already have, and then it is pretty scary in melee. You can really just pick up some units or do some work, but I think it takes like 2 turns, maybe 3 if you're not really lucky to kill a unit with 5 health pretty safe. You really want to spend your units staying 3 turns on the same unit, maybe not, but if you shoot first with gunslingers and maybe kill the unit, I think it's good, but I don't love it, but I think it's pretty good on a bunch of situations. If you don't know what you want your guy to be able to do, The great thing about it is the versatility, like you can use it at range, you can use it in melee, so it's pretty nice. But I think I prefer the variable sword still. Charge and duelist with approximately the same damages, I think maybe a little bit more, yeah, a little bit, tiny bit more damages, tiny bit, yeah, well, around the same damages, but with Pierce 1, once again, without high velocity, without plenty of the good keywords, but with duels, which means you can deal it's way easier to just deal with, it becomes way easier to just deal with your opponent's lightsaber wielders, and then it's just good, quite good damages. Duelist means that you can get to Pierce 2, that you can get immune melee pierce, synergizes very well with guild member stuff, and in general it's a nice upgrade to have most of the time, especially because you can get to Pierce 2. And then you can also use your shields in melee, and that can be making a unit so deadly in melee because, you know, it's a shield. The personal combat shields are 10 points, so it's a little bit expensive, but it's still okay. Like, it's not way too expensive. And if you give Beskar, personal combat shield, vibro sword, and guild member to a hunter, it will be costing like something around, well, it will be around 121 points or something like this. So it's not that bad, and thanks to the 2 equipment slots, you can give to maybe a leader a shield, or maybe no shield, just prepared supplies, cash dodge, which means immune melee pierce against Pierce 2. So I think it is not a very nice upgrade, and I think Vibros on dual moons are the ones that fit the most the Mandalorian army nowadays, but there are multiple ways to play it, so feel free to take whatever you want, but I think those 2 are really more interesting. That's about it for the leader and the hunter. They have great upgrade slots though, that is the most interesting thing. I think you might not want to play them in each and every single one of your army, but they will always or almost always bring really good stuff in your army, from the immune melee pierce that you might lack of, to Pierce 2, to good brand, overwhelm, direct. Yeah, they will always or almost always bring very interesting stuff to your army, and this is what I really love. Both of them, yes. So now, comment guard. So, Mandalorian Hunter, 1 pip, no escape. So it is basically like most card. When a unit station or with this card attacks this round, the defending unit may not spend a dodge or search token during that attack, and then when a unit is engaged with an enemy, when a unit issued an order that was issued an order with this card is engaged with an enemy unit this round, that enemy unit cannot spend any aim tokens, dodge tokens, or search tokens, which is pretty cool. I think it is pretty cool, really. Aim dodges and surges that your opponent cannot spend, that can annoy him quite a lot, because he doesn't spend token, but you still do. So that is really, with the Vibro Sword and stuff, it can be a build that can allow you to take care of like Anakin Skywalker for way less points, or at least to really stop him from doing that much for very long, and be quite a huge source of frustration for your opponent. Because if you have like Anakin Skywalker running on you and you go no escape, you are into melee with him, you deal some okay damages to him with the aim, maybe tenacity. Tenacity is really great for these guys. It makes their role really interesting. It gets them to like, I think, it basically gives them 1 more hit. Really nice, honestly. And if your opponent just uses his Anakin card to attack twice, means he will roll, if he has, let's say he triggered tenacity, 6 dice each time, but he will blank 1. On average, he will blank 1 on 6 dice. Yes, he will on average probably blank 1, or at least 1 on the 2. So let's say there is 1, he gets 6, 1 he gets 5, he cannot reroll, so it's 5. Minus 1 thanks to the dodge, it's 4. Your red saves, searching to block. And an average, I think you're getting 2 on average. Yeah, oh, maybe a little more. Yeah, you're getting an average 3, so you take a 1. And then on his second attack, he has 5, but you still blocked. Then you once again take 2, you block 3 on average, so you will take 2, and it's like half of your health now, but you survived his strongest command card, and he's still trapped with you, and next turn he might just deal 1 damage to you. And so that was maybe turn 2, turn 3, the time that Anakin got into melee, which means he's like really trapped into this unit, and same for Darth Vader that doesn't surge, and it's such a great command card to just annoy your opponent. And then Hold on Strength is another really fun and really great command card. So this one was a nominated command, is not suppressed or panic, 3 orders to 3 units. Also, light mandalorian trooper within range 2 of it may upgrade to other attack dices when attacking while the nominated. Oh, well, basically, when your commander is not panicked or suppressed, enemy units are shooting at you within range 1, downgrade 1 of their attack dice, and light units within range 2 shooting upgrade 2 of their attack dice. That is really great. It's really fun. It might not be the best card, but especially if you're playing it into customizable clans, you don't have much better cards, and it really isn't that bad at all, and gets some pretty okay damages, or maybe even pretty interesting. So I really love this guy. I think Animal's game did a pretty good job on that. If you like this review, you can like and subscribe. Obviously, don't forget to do so. It is really important. It will help us to make more content like this, because it's not really easy. It's not really easy to get time to do so. Right now we're on vacations, but later we might not get time to do so. So help us by liking and subscribing, and see you in another video. Have a good day.